The IPL 2026 player auction is currently in progress at the Etihad Arena at Abu Dhabi, where all 10 teams are fiercely competing to secure the best players for their squads ahead of the upcoming season of the IPL. The auction kicked off with the first set of players, but only two managed to secure their bids. Australian all-rounder Cameron Green was bought by Kolkata Knight Riders for a whopping 25.2 crore rupees, making him the most expensive overseas players in IPL history. Sarfaraz Khan once again went unsold at an IPL auction despite his good performance in domestic matches. Sarfaraz, remember, has had a base price of 75 lakh rupees. My colleague Vineet Ramakrishna with all the details there from the IPL auction that's ongoing. Yes, Vineet.
Well, as you mentioned, it's been a windfall for Cameron Green. 25.2 crores is what he's been sold for and be playing for the Kolkata Knight Riders. Remember, KKR went in with the biggest purse of 64 crore. So it was on expected lines. KKR would bid for a premium commodity like a Cameron Green, an all-rounder, a seam bowling all-rounder. So 25.2 crores puts him as the most expensive overseas player ever in the Indian Premier League history, surpassing the tallies of Mitchell Starc, 24.75, and somebody like a Pat Cummins as well. And overall, also, he's only behind Rishabh Pant's 27 crore bid and Shreyas Iyer as well. So overall, the third most expensive in the Indian Premier League history, and it was on expected lines. Another big name and the big ticket buy was Mathisha Pathrana, the Sri Lankan pacer who was earlier with Chennai Super Kings, and once again KKR with the biggest purse, again going gung-ho for the services of the premium all-rounder who bowls 150 kilometers per hour with a slinging action, again a very rare commodity. Somebody like a Venkatesh Iyer went for 7 crores. He was released from KKR last year. He had a price tag of 23 crores, so it's a big downgrade for him. But then again, RCB getting a bargain buy in 7 crores for Venkatesh Iyer. But there are a few names who were not picked. As you mentioned, the likes of Prithvi Shaw, as the likes of Sarfaraz Khan. There were also a few international players like Liam Livingston, Jamie Smith, who went unsold. But these guys might come back in the accelerated auction later in the day as well. So we can see a Prithvi Shaw or a Sarfaraz Khan being picked up at base prices by other teams. Already 65 slots are still up for grabs. Only 11-12 players have been picked by the teams as well. It has been a slow start, but as the day builds on, as teams try to plug the gaps, you will see a lot more bidding was happening, and a lot of uncapped interesting Indian players would also be coming up. Somebody like an Akib Navi would be somebody who would be looking out for, a Yash Dhul, Karthik Sharma. So a lot more action yet to come. But the headline act as of now, Cameron Green, record price at 25 crores, followed by Mathisha Pathrana at 18 crores, and Venkatesh Iyer going for 7 crore to RCB.
Right. And Vineet, you also mentioned about the Indian players. We are learning that Ravi Bishnoi is being touted to be the costliest Indian of the day. More on him also.
Well, Ravi Bishnoi at 7.2 crores is going back to his roots at Rajasthan Royals. He was earlier with the Lucknow Super Giants, but then again he was looked at as somebody who has the India potential, had played for India, but his recent performances were not really up to the mark. But then again, a rare premium commodity, somebody, a leg spinner, who bowls very quick. So he's somebody who everybody had an eye for. At 7.2 crore, he might be a very cheap buy as well, very bargain buy as well. 7.2 crore, I don't think would be the highest an Indian would be paid in this auction. There are a lot of other interesting names coming up, and in the mini IPL auction dynamic is such that you could see an unheralded player just going away with maybe a 20 crore or 15 crore price bracket there. But Ravi Bishnoi at 7.2 crore, with the kind of potential, with the kind of experience that he brings in, is definitely a bargain buy for a Rajasthan Royals. But he'll have to put up that performances, because at LSG he wasn't the greatest, he wasn't at his best. But Ravi Bishnoi at 7.2 crore gets a very good team in Rajasthan Royals. Somewhere he can build his base as well, and somewhere he'll probably get more games as well.
Right, absolutely, Vinny. Thank you so much. And other players like Sarfaraz Khan, despite the good performance, have not yet been picked up, but they might find a mention there in that accelerated auction later in the day.